Alright, sorry about that, guys. This is my first time going live, alright? You guys are gonna have to give me a break. I'm right in front of my house and I have Wi-Fi, so hopefully it's connecting. Um, but anyway, I just want to give a shout out to my Karmics here. You gotta understand that I came from a family that, well, my mother was pregnant with me very young, and, her family didn't really want me around because of the color of my father's skin. So that's why I resonate with the Prince Harry story. So many readers and so many YouTubers have touched on the Prince Harry story, so I had to figure, like, what would my story mean, right? But it means a lot because it happened to me. I'm mixed. Hi, Nicole Shivers. Nice to see you. I'm mixed. I'm black and white. My mother's white. My father's black. Okay. 1993, my mother got pregnant with me. She was only 15, 16 years old. So, she wanted to keep her baby, right? She wanted to keep me. She didn't care if she got shunned by her family. She didn't care if people didn't respect her because I was, half black. They had so many mean things to say about me, and I wasn't even born yet, guys. So that's why the Prince Harry story resonates for me to a T. But I also have a divine masculine in my life to make sure that I stayed alive, or make sure that, my mother wasn't out in the cold with me or anything like that. Thank you, Best Vita. Nice to see you. So, yes, I do have a divine masculine in my life, and I'm going to tell you how he's a divine masculine. Eventually, I just heard that, my mother had told me that, there was a conversation about me, like, how I was going to be when I was grown. I was going to do this, I was going to do that. I was probably going to be in jail. I was probably going to, stuff like that. I was probably going to get pregnant young, which I did, but, that's not the point here. Yes, my mom is very strong and blessed. She was my grandfather's only child. So, she was also very spoiled too. So, he did everything for her. He did not care about what his mother or his sister had to say about her for having me. That's a real divine masculine, guys. That's the difference. They care more about the family that they're making than the family that they came from, especially if the family that they came from is very prejudiced and nasty and mean, right? So, I never met that side of the family. Ever since then, I don't know where they are. I remember the grandma, his mother actually gave me, stuff, before she died. Before she passed away, she actually gave me things. So I do know that she was thinking about me. I hope that she's one of my ancestors in heaven, because I do know that, hate is learned. You can unlearn hate. I have nothing against that side of the family for, shunning my mom and my grandfather. But he didn't care anyway. He knew how to handle a family. He knew how to carry a family on his back. I feel like God put him in my life so I know the difference between a divine masculine and a karmic masculine, right? I have children, and I'm not going to sit here and call my child's father a deadbeat. He's not a deadbeat, but I know he's not a divine masculine, because there's times where, he wouldn't know what to do when it came between me and his sisters, or me and, any woman in his family. And I don't think that's divine masculine behavior. I think divine masculines need to focus more about the family that they're creating than the family that they come from, honestly. Especially if they're karmic females in the mix, and that's what my grandfather did. He let go of the karmic females in his life, for me and my mom, right? His only daughter and his only granddaughter. That's deep. They care more about the family they have than the one they're making. Yeah, like, pretty much. That's a karmic male. I don't know why he may act like that. That's has a lot to do with his traumatic things, and he needs to heal from mommy issues. Also, it has to do with, women that don't want the man to leave, because they feel like, oh, where am I going to find my man if my brother leaves me? Or where's my man if my son leaves me? That's sick in the head. But that necessarily wasn't my situation with my grandfather. I think my grandfather was very independent. He knew he didn't need anybody. As soon as my mother was born, he got a job. Like as soon as he found out my grandmother was pregnant with my mother, he jumped up and got a job. So don't tell me what a divine masculine is and what a divine masculine is not. Okay, divine masculines don't make excuses, and a um, they don't get persuaded by people's opinions, especially people's, like, imagine if you're a divine masculine, you know, if you're a man and you fall in love with a woman, you're not going to tolerate anyone talking bad about her. And you're not going to tolerate anyone talking bad about your daughter, right? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't approve of you know, the black boyfriend either, but he knew he was not going to abort me. He knew he did not want to abort me. He wanted to keep me as his grandbaby. Because he knew that real men don't, you're going to keep this baby, is basically what he told my mom. And now I'm here. Now, my message to Karmics is, for people that watch me, especially people in my city who know me but didn't really know what I was about because I came off weird. I just didn't look like everybody. What makes you think that you could stop what I'm doing? What makes you think that you could stop my channel? What makes you think you could stop tarot for me? You want to know something? Tarot is in my family. My mother did it. And my great-grandmother that I never met, she did it too. So it's something that's it's in my roots. I got connected to my roots, and God put those cards in my hands and said, "This is your roots. This is what people in your family was doing." My mother had tarot card parties. She would read for people. People would, become attracted to her. Before social media, that's all there was. There was tarot card parties. There was just a big party that was thrown, food, drinks, and, there'd be a tarot card reader. Everyone would be drawn to that reader. It's pretty draining. I've done it before, but, yeah, this is not far-fetched for me to do tarot. So if any other people, in the spiritual community are saying, look at her, like, what is she doing here? Yeah, that's what my prejudice side of the family said too. And I'm proving them wrong also. So, yeah, what are you doing? What are you saying by what is she doing here? What do you mean by that? What am I doing here? I don't know. I wasn't, you know what, when I was woke and, I started reading the Bible and things like that, I'm like, okay, so now that I know God and now that I know Jesus, I feel like there's something that he wants me to do. What am I supposed to be doing? And I always asked him that question. What do you want me to do? What is my purpose, God? I was always like ready to do things for God, right? I was always ready to do something. I worked at McDonald's, and I started from there. I said, you know what, I'm just going to have a great attitude when I go to work every day. And it worked. Like, I created, a lot of regulars that came in, people that just wanted to see me. What people think of you is none of your business. Keep doing you. Yeah, that's true. They just wanted to see me. So, but it just wasn't enough. I felt like I just wasn't reaching enough people or something like that. It just wasn't enough for me. Maybe it was because it was McDonald's. I was surrounded by a bunch of Karmics, right? I'm not saying if you work at McDonald's you were a Karmic, but you know what I mean. I was surrounded by teenagers with attitude problems and, managers that were stuck there forever and they wanted to take it on everybody else, stuff like that. So, that just wasn't for me. I thought about becoming a nurse, to help. I always thought about helping children, the innocent animals and things like that, but it just wasn't enough because I like to do this. I like to talk. So I felt like God said, you know what? And here's another story. When I was 18, 19 years old, my mom gave me the card. She said, here, start doing this. I said, what is this? I don't know how to read tarot, and I didn't at first. It was something that I knew that was in my family, but I never picked them up for my own personal reasons. I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into the intuition part. But, I can channel. I know how to feel things. My moon sign is Cancer and my sun sign is Libra, so I'm all about feeling empathy. I could feel everyone's side of a situation, which is why I'm, good at reading. So it's just like, I'm 28 years old now. During COVID, I got laid off, so I didn't know what to do. Instead of working 45 hours a week, I had to actually sit home. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? And God put the cards in my hand again. So I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this, guys. I don't think this is anything like, oh, I'm not doing it because I see other people doing it. In fact, when I seen other people doing it, I felt more comfortable doing it because I did see that, I didn't want to be known as weird. Hi, Queen Maha. Um, I didn't want to be seen as weird, especially in my city, because I am the only person doing this right now on YouTube. So they don't understand it either, right? So they're like, how are you getting subscribers and things like that on YouTube? How are you doing it? How are you doing it? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just reading cards, right? They don't understand it. It's just a lot of people just don't understand it, right? I feel like that's the situation for a lot of us readers on YouTube right now. They just don't understand how we get so many views. Be honest with you, I don't buy my views. I don't. I swear I don't. I literally just posted every day for a week back in May last year, and it just went. I stayed consistent with it. I'm really good at tarot, but I'm also really good at YouTube. I know how to follow the rules. I know how to follow the rules on YouTube. You're supposed to post on certain times of the day, stay with the algorithm, right? That's pretty much the advice I can give other readers, right? Google the algorithm. Type in the Google search bar, what's the best times to post on YouTube on this day? Or what's the best time to post on YouTube right now? Or something like that. That's how I learned, because, no one ever taught me how to do anything. I just figured out, I just Googled everything. Before I was a tarot reader, I was on YouTube, watching tons of conspiracy videos. Like, I used to be like that. I believe, all kinds of things about the Illuminati, all kinds of stuff. Everyone always thought I was weird. So, it was like hit or miss for me. Like, where are they going to put me? Where are they going to put Natalie? Where are we going to put Natalie? They never knew where to put me. I come from Lorain, Ohio. It's a small city. It's not exactly, it's just more like family here, but that means everyone knows you, right? So it's like hard to get people to understand me, because I've always been the type of kid to be quiet. I've always been the type of kid to just sit there and stare at you, right? Like, are you gonna do so? Are you gonna say something smart? Like, yeah. I'm a sapiosexual. I don't care about what you have. I don't care about what you look like. I want to know about what you got to say and what comes out of your mouth and what's going on in your head. That's what attracts me to people, to be honest with you. So, like, I just never fit in. I never, like, fit in with the crowd. I'm always that kid that was just sitting there looking at stuff. So people just either thought I was dumb, or they just really thought, like, I didn't fit anywhere. I didn't belong. So I feel like I found my place in doing this. I thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you guys, I'm going to be posting Sagittarius and Capricorn in the morning. So if you have Sagittarius or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in your chart, you guys can look that up in the morning. I usually post around 8 o'clock. I try to post every 8 o'clock on the weekdays, so tune in on that. But here's a message from my karmics, right? Here's a message from my karmics. How do you think you can stop me and I can't even stop me? I can't even stop me. I can't even stop what I'm doing. I have to keep doing this, guys. So if God says I'm supposed to be doing this, what makes you think you can stop me? I have to do it. When will you post for Libra? I think I just posted for Libra the other day. You can look it up. I forgot what date that was, though, that I posted it. What makes you think you can stop me if I can't even stop me? What if, even if I get tired of tarot, there's times where I get tired of tarot and God puts the cards right back in my hand and says, no, you got to do a message for this time because you said that you were going to. You got people that want to hear your message. You got people that want to hear how you do this, right? Because there's so many readers, right? Everyone is original. I love everybody. I don't have any animosity towards any reader. That's pointless. It doesn't make any sense. How are we going to be a spiritual community that doesn't like each other? That doesn't make any sense. See, I'm a diplomat. I'm a Libra Sun, Cancer Moon, Virgo Venus, Virgo Rising. I love your transparency. Oh, it just disappeared. Thank you, though. Yeah, I'm not going to be all the time doing this. I just felt like, when you channel, you're supposed to, do this a lot more. I'm trying to do a Patreon, right? I just don't know how to work that, or what you guys will want to see on the Patreon, right? Maybe extend the readings, or just do divine masculine, divine feminine readings on there. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I just feel like for you guys, it's just like, keep your head up. If you resonate with my story, where you just felt like no one knew where to put you, or you just felt like you were just always outcasted, nothing really bad happened to you, so you don't have anything to be ungrateful for, but you were definitely outcasted, you know, this message is for you, okay? Like, people don't know what to do with people that, you know, just don't fit in with them. But really, it's like, they don't fit in with you. That's honestly how I see it. I was born not caring. I was born not caring. I'm so nonchalant, it could become toxic at sometimes. But it's more like it protects me too. It protects me too, being nonchalant, because like nothing can really affect me in a certain degree, right? But yeah, the Prince Harry story definitely resonates with me. I am a mixed child who is shunned by the rest of the white family, me and my mother. My grandfather, the divine masculine, he is a divine masculine. That man I had a baby, right? The other year, 2019, I had a baby around Thanksgiving. I was at my grandfather and grandmother's house around that time, and I was spending the night. And because I had placenta previa, I ended up bleeding. Placenta previa is when the what's it called? The egg is implanted on the outside of your cervix, so that you can't even push it out. You can't push the baby out. You have to have a C-section. So I was considered high risk. So I was at my grandmother's house, and she was starting on Thanksgiving dinner, I remember, and I had started bleeding. You know what my grandfather did? He's 70 years old. I think he's a little bit older than that too. He picked me up and he carried me to the car, guys. Don't tell me what a divine masculine is and what a divine masculine ain't. I know what one is. Okay? So therefore, I see it as, you know, when guys approach me, it's like you have to match him. You got to be able to match my grandfather, right? My grandmother never had to work a day in her life. Okay? Don't tell me what a divine masculine is and what a divine masculine ain't. All she had to do was make sure there's food on the table and the house is clean. Make sure a home is a home. Now, that doesn't happen no more these days. So, you know, but I think that God put that married couple in my life so that I know the difference between the divine masculine and what isn't, between the divine feminine and what isn't, guys, okay? I just, you know, I just channel that. And it's hard to really get, you know, the cards out and actually get the cards to synchronize with whatever I'm channeling, because a lot of times I channel things in my sleep too. So, you know, I can't just wake up out my sleep and just start doing cards for you guys. So it just doesn't work like that for me. So a lot of times, you know, I would just have to speak on it. Or you guys can look at the community board, and I'm yapping on there too. So, yeah. So you watching me and you're a karmic, or if you're my karmic, meaning you are someone who tried to do spell work on me or create obstacles for me, or speak into someone's ear about me, oh, she's not this, she don't look like this, so this isn't gonna work, or this, that. Hi. Hello. I don't have to fit in. I create my own lane. I've always had. Oh, you're mad because I'm making money on YouTube instead of making money on an OnlyFans? You're mad because I'm not like that? Please. I'm 28 years old and 3 kids. I don't need to do that. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that resonate with that. There's a lot of people out there that can make money without taking their clothes off. So what? You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you? I don't get it. I don't understand. I've actually had someone come to me and ask me if I sold my soul. Did you sell your soul? That's why you have so many views and so many subscribers? Like, what are you talking about? Are you kidding me? Think about that for a minute. I don't cast spells. I just pray. I have my Bible with me. And don't talk about, oh, tarot readers shouldn't have a Bible. I will be a fool to not have a Bible. Are you kidding me? You should have a Bible. There's a lot of truth in it. That's the most controversial book in the world. If you don't have a Bible, what are you doing? That's how I see it. Don't say, oh, tarot readers shouldn't read. It says in the Bible that, tarot readers aren't. Come on. What are you talking about? What about the story of Joseph? Remember him? He could interpret dreams for people, and God used him. What are you talking about? People that talk about tarot readers reading the Bible don't really read the Bible. They don't. They don't read scripture. You guys know that? I'm just saying, like, you can't. You don't know what you're talking about. I know Jesus, and he was not religion. He was not a Christian. He was very spiritual. If you didn't realize that. That man was spiritual. He didn't care what the Pharisees thought about him. He was born next to animals in a farm, which means he didn't have to come here in a palace, born in a palace. He didn't have to come here draped in any type of clothing to signify that he was God's child. He had to do none of that. All he had to do was walk around speaking truth. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that over here on my channel. Don't act like, please don't act like I'm not allowed to pick up a Bible and read the Bible. You read your Psalms, you read your Proverbs. There's tons of protection spells in the Bible to protect you. You ever read Isaiah 41:10? Read that. Talks a lot about how God raises people up. He exalts people. Even the people, especially the people that no one understands. He exalts those people. What are you talking about? He will raise them in the right hand. And automatically be protected no matter what. Please. Please. I've actually had someone try to do a death spell on me, and it was very unfortunate for them because it bounced off of me and it hit her boyfriend. And she wished death on me too, so I know it was her. I know it was her. Oh well. I told her not to do it. I told her like 1,000 times, I'm protected, don't do it, don't try it. I don't touch black magic, but the way that I act make people want to touch black magic. Like, why? Oh, because they think I'm a witch. They think I'm the witch. And so they do witch stuff and then gets mad when it doesn't work. And they get mad. I'm rubber and you're glue. That's how I see it. Whatever you do bounces off me and sticks back to you. Yep. So I just see it like that. I just wanted to be able to tell my story. I hope this helped you guys. You guys could like, share this, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting Sagittarius and Capricorn in the morning for you guys. I like to post in the morning because that's usually when people go to work and they can listen at work and stuff like that. I like to do that. Alright guys, so thanks. Namaste. Bye.